studios of WFN in New York and simulcast across the country on the YES Network. This is Mic'd Up, Francesa on the Fan on this Wednesday, May 6th. Congratulations to the Mets. 2 wins in Atlanta. Come home to play the Phillies tonight with Johan on the hill. And now we get to the ugliness. Now we can basically just re-rack my opening from Monday after the 3 wonderful days earlier in the season in Fenway Park. Because it has now become abundantly clear as the 2 teams part ways now, except for 3 games over the next 3 months. They will see each other in June for 3 days. Other than that, they will not see each other over the next 3 months. So almost 100 games will pass, except for 3 that they will play against each other. And right now, it is abundantly clear that one team can and one team can't. Never has it been more abundantly clear after you watch these games. Over 5 games, 5 Red Sox wins, 5 feeble Yankee losses. The Red Sox have shown that they will beat the Yankees every which way, and that was the case again last night. And last night bothered me to no end, this ball game. And if you're a Yankee fan, this game had to bother you from start to finish last night. And I'll tell you something. I, for one, do not want to hear about the exploits of Joba Chamberlain after he can't get out of the darn first inning. I don't care if he struck out every batter he faced after the first inning's over. He dug a huge hole last night, and he lost the game. This idea that only thing that matters is that Joba blew away a bunch of Red Sox after he couldn't get anybody out in the first inning. Hey, game starts in the top of the first. You were listening to the game on YES last night in the 8th inning. You would have thought Joba pitched a no-hitter. Player of the game? How's the losing pitcher the player of the game? Especially when he gives up a 4 spot in the top of the first. That is just a losing mentality from start to finish. This idea that let's get into this job of heroics. He put the team 4 runs in a hole before the game started. But it was never more obvious. And it was obvious in Fenway. And it was obvious the other night. Now that we have turned Bay into the new Manny Ramirez officially, that the Yankees just have no idea what to do with the Red Sox. The Red Sox do everything right. They have to make 2 perfect relays and a tag to nail Melky at third. They do it. Beckett with the rain pouring down in the bottom of the 6th. Second and third, 1 out. All Pena has to do is hit a ground ball, and you're probably going to have a 4-4 game and a Toppling on the field the way it's raining. Instead, he swings at a pitch. Pena does a foot outside, and Beckett gets the out he needs. And then Green makes a play in a hole that, of course, he makes. Because the Red Sox make every play, and the Yankees make none. Pena can't put his bat on the ball. And then Pena makes an error that starts an inning the other way for the Yankees. And then the 9th inning is a disaster. And the bullpen is a disaster. And you go down the line. Teixeira can't. Bay can. Early on in the game, Joba can't. Beckett can. Pena can't. Green can. Molina can't. Veritek can. And then you get to the bullpen. Every Yankee bullpen guy can't. Okajima can. Sado can. Papelbon doesn't even have to take his jacket off last night. 9 up, 9 down out of the Red Sox bullpen last night. 9 up, 9 down. Can you go any more quietly into the night than that? And, of course, it's not going to stay 4-3. Not with the Yankee bullpen around. They'll make sure to blow a 4-3 game into a 6-3, into a 7-3 game as fast as you can make it happen. Because nobody can throw a strike, and nobody can pick up a ground ball, and nobody can get a big hit. And you just watch the Red Sox do it day after day after day, and it's got to make you sick. It makes me sick watching it. I mean, Bay's become Manny Ramirez. It's 500 against the Yankees now. Beats the Yankees every which way, and if he doesn't, Lowell does. And God forbid the Yankees get a big out. Veritek can't get a hit against anybody else. He gets a grand slammer against Burnett last week. And, of course, with the game 4-3 and the bases loaded, fights off enough pitches to hit a sac fly, of course. and then a dink single. That makes it 5-3. And then the Yankees embarrassed themselves with that procession in the ninth inning. You watch this Yankee bullpen, you got to be kidding me. And can we make a big enough deal out of the fact that Joba went on a little bit of a strikeout spree last night? Wonderful. Did anyone notice the top of the first? Did anybody pay attention to the top of the first? I mean, if you listened to this game last night, you would have thought Joba pitched a perfect game. Joba's performance, unbelievably brilliant, what it means for the future. You know what it meant? It meant another loss. That's what it meant. Yankees can't get out of their way against this team. Bottom of the sixth, they got Beckett in big trouble. Big trouble. All Pena's got to do is flip the bat out and get a ground ball to get the game 4-4. And then the top's going to come out. I'm telling you, that game gets to 4-4 after Molina makes out the umpire's putting the top on the field. He was dying to do it. It was pouring. After the Yankees don't score, they're not going to do it. You can't get them out, especially when the Red Sox beat them every single day. All Pena's got to do is put the bat on the ball there. And I understand that there's not a lot of bench there. If you can't pinch hit for Pena there, I understand that. Plus, he's been good in a couple of spots. But all Pena's got to do there is flick a ground ball, and the game's 4-4. And it's a different ball game. And he can't get that done. But the Red Sox can make sure they can make, on a wet field, they can make two perfect relays and a perfect tag to nail Mulkey at third. And then Okunjima can come out of that bullpen, and he can look like Louis Arroyo. Can the Yankees go any more quietly in their last three at-bats last night? I mean, the Red Sox, the only thing they wish is they play the Yankees every day. They can't beat the Rays, who are here tonight. The Rays spank the Red Sox when they see them, but the Yankees can't get near the Red Sox. Right now, you have one team that knows how to play this game and gets contributions from everybody, and one team that can't get out of its own way. Anything Girardi does is wrong. Anything. Leaves a guy in, the guy doesn't get a hit. Pinch hits for the guy, doesn't get a hit. Pitches around the guy to get to the next guy, that guy hits a home run. Whatever it is right now, it can't work. It can't work. And how embarrassing is it that the Yankees have to go out in the ninth inning and take Melanson out with the bases loaded on a 2-0 count. You got to go take the pitcher out. I mean, that bullpen can't buy you one inning of help right now. Not one inning of help. And the Yankees couldn't get a big hit right now against the Red Sox if you started them out with a guy on third base and you basically told them what was coming. They couldn't hit a ground ball to second to get the run home. They cannot get out of their own way against the Red Sox right now. The Yankees could not look worse. You couldn't see two teams that look like they're headed in opposite directions more than the Yankees and the Red Sox. Just look at it. I mean, they do every single thing right.
Line drive,
I mean, one thing the Red Sox do wrong.
That'll score Ellsbury. Pedroia goes to second.
They need a hit with 2 outs, they get it. They need a sac fly, they get it. They need to make a play in the field, they make the play in the field. Every single play, every pitch.
And the pitch.
Turned Bay into Babe Ruth. And other than a Johnny Damon swing, that was it. That was the Yankee night. A Johnny Damon swing. Otherwise, there was no game last night. There was nothing else. There was second and third in the bottom of the sixth with the rain pouring down, and yet Pena and Molina up. And how sad does it look having those guys up in the bottom of that inning, and Beckett gets out of that inning? With the infield back, you can't even get the game tied. I'm telling you, if you got the game tied there at 4-4, Molina makes out, I'm telling you the top's coming out. That's how hard it was raining in the bottom of the sixth. But this idea that let's turn this into a Joba festival after that performance last night, that's wonderful. I'm glad he struck out everybody after he already spotted the Red Sox 4-0 lead in the game. I mean, is that what it's come to now? Now it's come to that. It's come to the fact that Joba struck out a bunch of guys after the fact he gave up a 4 spot before the national anthem. A 4 spot that held up for the whole night.